Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be providing a long-term market analysis update for Bitcoin, and I'm going to be looking at this extremely important range from around $17,500 to around $26,800. So if you guys enjoy the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, by the way, this channel is partnered with FTX.us. They are a great cryptocurrency exchange. I do recommend checking them out in the link in the description below. So what's really important here for Bitcoin is that this range was created back on the week of June 13th, and it's basically the high and the low of this massive capitulation-like candle. And ever since that week where we set our initial low at around $17,500, Bitcoin has primarily just been consolidating and going sideways, and we really haven't had too much volatility. And what's really important to watch out for in the next few months is if Bitcoin starts to break this range. Now, that can either mean that Bitcoin is starting to break back below the range and we're starting to lose the support around 17.5K, flipping that into resistance, or that could mean Bitcoin starts to break above the range, we start to flip that into support, and then we have a move back up. Now, whatever does happen in the next few months, it's going to be a very key signal to watch for when this range does start to break. Because when we have such a long pattern of consolidation, that really does create a powerful move to whichever side it breaks out. And it's important to understand when I say break below or break above, I really do like to see confirmation. So for example, if Bitcoin has a move where it briefly moves back below 17.5K, but on the weekly, it actually reclaims that level, that is not a real convincing breakout, and there's really no confirmation at that point. The confirmation comes when you have multiple candle closes either below the range low at 17.5K or above the range high at 26.8K. And until either of that happens, we're really just kind of dealing with this consolidation period, this sideways environment where we really can't do much until either the range highs are broken and flipped into support or the range lows are broken and flipped into resistance. Now, in terms of which direction the trend breaks, I really do have to favor the bullish side. And I'm going to be providing some examples back in the previous bear markets. If we look back to 2015, there was a very similar range. So I'm going to zoom out here all the way so you can see the 2015 bear market as well. We had this range from approximately 200 all the way up to around $315. Now, if I zoom in here, notice how we had several retests of the lows, and you can see what I'm talking about here. We did have the weekly candle have a wick all the way below the range low, but on the candle closing perspective, Bitcoin was able to come back into the range, close above it, and that was actually not a bear sign. There was no confirmation until we had this retest of support. And to illustrate the point of it being a very strong signal, look at what followed this break of the range between $200 and $315. You can see that really started to kick off this massive bull market, and it was this retest where you had a really good signal that we started to have this new uptrend begin. Now, if we continue on to the 2018 bear market, you can see a similar range. We had this period of oscillation for several months. Now, this one did not get a retest, unfortunately, but there was still that very long period of consolidation between this support around $3,100 and the resistance around $4,400. And when Bitcoin did break above that range, it went on this pretty impressive rally. So it's a very strong signal if we start to break out. Now, we haven't really seen a bear market range where we started to break down, so that would definitely be a unique scenario to which Bitcoin has never done that before. And that's why I'm starting to favor the upside and how I do consider this the more likely scenario just based on the historical data that I'm looking at. Now, that's not to say that Bitcoin cannot break below the range. It certainly can, and it can certainly make a really impressive and shocking move to a lot of people. So do keep that in mind. But again, in the next few months, really start to look out if Bitcoin can break this range. And I would say that the longer Bitcoin is consolidating between the 17.5K support and the 26.8K resistance, the longer Bitcoin spends between these two zones, the more significant the breakout will be. And although it feels like Bitcoin has been consolidating for so long between the 19 and 20K region, and it'll just continue to do that forever, eventually this range has to break. And when it does break, really do consider it as a strong signal to the either direction, to the downside if we start to lose 17.5K, or to the upside if we start to break above 26.8K. But again, look for confirmation. If we have a wick going below and a reclaim, that does not count. That is not confirmation. And that will, for me, would still be in a range bound environment where we're still consolidating and moving sideways. So I hope you guys did enjoy the content and the analysis. By the way, make sure to check out our sponsors in the link in the description below. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.